And it's true that our thinking gets kind of conditioned and altered as we are growing, as we're aging. So I'll give you an example. Yesterday I was in the gym and I met up with this guy who's only in his 50s. I think he was 52 or something. He's had a surgery, he's come back, and I was congratulating him on his recovery, and I was kind of sharing with him on this fact that this 83 year old has won a marathon, and I thought he would be like, wow, that's so amazing and that's so inspiring. And if you start now, you can actually look at yourself doing that probably at the age of 83 and stuff. But his answer was kind of pretty neutral and pretty old school, and he was like, oh well, that's just a one-off case and it doesn't happen all the time and stuff. And people around me were like, wow, who's this lady, what does she do? Maybe we should also kind of look at it in a positive light and think about joining some sports and doing some action, and kind of seeking inspiration. But then you had this person who's already had children at 50, 52, who's just had a surgery, and his reaction was kind of a killer. And I realized that there's so many people like him around me. I see that they're in their 40s or 50s and stuff, and they behave as if they're in their 80s or 90s and they've got nothing to look forward to and stuff. The children are getting married, or probably the parents are feeling old or whatever, and they are kind of just not there with any goals, no aspirations, no plans and stuff. And we also have our down days. I mean, there are certain days when I come back and I'm also not feeling that great. But the point is, I reboot myself. Even if I relax maybe for a day or 2 days, I kind of hit back and I move forward and stuff. So that's the message I would like to share, that when you're kind of looking at your daily life and you're looking at your goals and plans and stuff, be like a child. I mean, kind of be enthused about it, have fun around it. There's no need to be so-called over matured or over grown up and stuff like that. You're not doing a role, you're not acting here. I mean, if you're going to be doing that, you're kind of looking for respect from people because you feel that that's the way to be and stuff. And it's really unfortunate that even the women cross a certain age in certain countries, they are tabooed and written off as old, or good for nothing and a spinster or whatever. But the point is that those women and men especially, they're brave. I mean, they're able to take forward their life without the support of a partner. So isn't that commendable? And I find it really questionable sometimes, because I also saw this yesterday at the environment thing, that there were children who were kind of sharing their thoughts and stuff, but they were actually presenting and acting like mostly media people, and mostly how activists are and how people are, which we follow on TV and off screen, and how it is in the parliament and how it is in these SHM and FICCI and stuff like that. So you look back at that and you kind of think that this is the way you start when you're young, and when you start participating as children, or you put your children in these smaller activities and stuff, that's how you kind of are also kind of in a way helping them realize that there's so much more just beyond a corporate and professional world. There's environment, there's dance, there's music, there's sports and stuff like that. So my thought share is basically about finding joy and happiness, and also kind of taking charge of your dreams and aspirations. You have all kinds of people giving you all kinds of thoughts. Misery loves misery is something which I've shared. So miserable people want to make you feel miserable. They want to keep reminding you about how bad you've been, or how unpleasant you've been and stuff, or how unfair you've been and stuff. But the point is, always remember that there's always two sides to the story and stuff. So believe in your story, hang around with people who are giving you positive feedback and stuff, and someone consistently shows you negative and unpleasantness about you, then the problem is not with you, the issue is with the person. If out of 200 people, 150 people are giving you positive feedback, it obviously means that there's something wrong with those 50, and 150 kind of are in support of you and stuff. So if this gives anybody some hope, if this kind of makes a person believe and relive and reassert the fact that there's nothing wrong with you, and you've just been at times victims of people and their own shortcomings and negativity and their own frustrations, or their own inhibitions, or their own inferiority or superiority or whatever. Do nothing about it. Just flow. Just ignore those people, just be in your own space, do some work, do some mind management. I had to do it, because I had a bad experience 2-3 days back, so it took me like a day to kind of collect myself and stuff, and also the heat is kind of adding to it. You want to feel good and you want to feel great. So hang around with people and be in environments where you love being yourself and stuff. And even new environments give you this opportunity to be yourself. And when people don't know you, people don't judge you, people don't hold any impressions about you, that's where you get even more comfortable, because you can just be yourself rather than being told you're being this and you're being that, you're being loud, you're being soft spoken, you're overreacting, or you're being aggressive, or you're being a loser, or you're being hyper, or you're being too loud, or you're being too soft spoken, or you're being too shy and stuff. Believe me, all these adjectives and all these terms are just given or thrown on people because people are themselves are kind of not comfortable with them. And people who are confident, people who know where they're coming from and stuff, normally don't do this to other people and stuff, because they believe in this concept of self-control and not doing stuff what they don't. I mean, they've kind of worked on themselves and they know how it feels and stuff. So before they do this to anybody else, they put themselves in the same spot and evaluate that if this is the way I felt and I did not like it, maybe the other person will also not like it, and that's how it works. So love and love, take care. I'm on jashinkapani .im@gmail.com and jkapani@gmail.com. Have fun, enjoy yourself. The well-being starts with you, and take care of yourself. And on the course of the journey of this life, which goes on, I don't know how many years, donkey years or whatever, you can see with people around you and stuff, one thing's for sure, that you have to kind of believe in the power of self-healing and emotional and mental management and stuff like that, okay? So take care of yourself and have a blast and enjoy. And thanks so much for your messages and likes, and looking forward to meeting you. Have your favorite beverages, enjoy yourself, get in touch with your friends with whom you feel good and great and stuff. It doesn't have to be around work. It can be neighborhood friends. It can be community friends. It can be friends from other countries and stuff, where you feel amazing and you have fun and stuff. So make it a rockstar day and a rockstar life for yourself. So take care. Bye-bye.